guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. I will apologize ahead of time if my audio or the video is a little bit off and the lighting and all that stuff. I'm making my move to my studio in my house finally, and I have installed my operating system as Linux instead of Windows. So needless to say, things are a little rough right now trying to get all my software to work correctly on a Linux installation, since a lot of the editing tools I use don't work very well on Linux. So far, so good, however. So just be patient with me. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Also, for you guys over on Locals, we'll be doing a 80s movie or 80s TV show night this week. I know I missed it on Sunday because I was in the midst of making all my changes. So that will be coming as well. Bill Burr, from Red Pill Hero to Cucked Woke Sellout. Bill Burr has been kind of a champion for men's issues because he called out feminism and he called out, a lot of the things that we made fun of. He would make fun of women. He would make fun of, he'd make fun of woke people, as a matter of fact. He even raged against cancel culture right up until 15 hot minutes ago. And then sometime during the pandemic, when people were not wearing the masks and people were, making their own health decisions about the jab, he decided to rage about that on Joe Rogan's podcast. And then he continued his descent into turning into what many would consider kind of cucked woke sellout for the left. And I got a clip, a rough cut of stuff I put together. I'd like to thank Paul Joseph Watson. If you don't watch his content, he put together a smash cut, and I took a couple clips from him because he did all the hard work for me. But Bill has very quickly slipped away from being about the men, and his jokes about women suddenly went to being just about white women. He had to leave the minorities out of it. And then he joked about, what's a good way to put this? He joked about cancel culture because people were getting canceled without any proof. And then he decides to cancel Elon Musk because Elon Musk said, "From my heart goes out to all of you and the audience," and of course him throwing his arm out. The mainstream news media decided to say he was of the Austrian supporting group and decided to go down on that. So this is how quickly things can turn. And I don't want to just say this is liberals and the woke that are very quick to accept a kind of manosphere, right wing, whatever you want to call it, because Bill Burr's always been mostly left leaning. But he at least talked about women and controversy and things like that. And this is how quick the left will quickly embrace somebody that says something they like, and the right does the same thing. In other words, seeing Daily Wire over there with Michael Knowles interviewing Nala Fitness, a former entertainer of the spicy variety, saying 15 minutes after she said she found Jesus, conservatives are all about, "Oh, well, we totally believe you, and this couldn't possibly be a grift." Well, it's the same thing. He says something the left likes, and all of a sudden he's their champion and hero. He does have a problem, though, in that he's now listening to his wife, and he's, what, let me just play the supercut ahead of time, and then we'll get into the main story here. Now, if you're just listening, I have Back Then, which is some of his older stuff from 2016, 2018. And then I have what he says now. And so you won't be able to read the supercut. You'll be able to tell which is which, I'm pretty sure.
Women are so overrated, right? We went from... Wait, what?
Are you married?
Yeah, no, she's the best.
Okay.
She's a saint, and she puts up with me. And I actually run jokes by her.
Do you really?
Yeah, should I say this?
With Anthony Cumia asserting that Burr's wife made him end the friendship with him, at which point his comedy changed and that she runs every aspect of his life.
I just thought that whole era was really fascinating to watch people just trying to just sort of ruin people. And they would just burn them down. It was like a Frankenstein movie. Like they were all coming up the fucking hill. So
Yeah.
You mean
due process?
Right.
Somebody says something happened, and then someone else goes, "Well, I said it happened this way." That doesn't exist now on social media. It's just it's just frontier justice.
That idiot Elon Musk.
Oh.
That guy, he's gonna who evidently is a Nazi.
You can take him on.
Why do liberals just sit back and not? They have nothing.
This guy seed-tiled twice. This guy comes in and gives a shout out to Hitler.
He still has a job. That guy still has a job.
When your new material gets the Hassan Piker seal of approval.
Naya has been
fucking awesome since 2012. She's the best. Nia is the reason why Bill Burr is awesome.
You know why, right? Some people go, well, it's a First Amendment issue. It's a freedom of speech. We have this wonderful thing in this country, for white people only, called freedom of speech.
Free Luigi.
So anyway, that's a supercut of some of his stuff. And some of you may say, well, it's not that controversial. But the truth is that there are a couple segments here. This is from Anthony Cumia, or Cumia, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who's a comedian. And he used to be friends with Bill Burr. And he said, I certainly learned what an overbearing POS, or piece of crap, this woman, which is not Naya, his wife, what a POS this woman was years ago when she made Bill cut off all ties with me. Don't be fooled by his tough guy persona. The woman runs every aspect of his life. Notice how his comedy has changed since he's been with her, which is, again, going from, cancel culture bad and, women do this, to changing it to where it's white women do this. And, of course, that now he's kind of going on the woke train. Anyway, this is just from last year. Bill Burr canceled during monologue on cancel culture. And he gave a cancel culture bit, and it was kind of funny. And he's multiple times said the same things we often say, which is, well, mainstream only has one point of view, and et cetera, et cetera. I'll just play this one little clip segment here so you can see what I'm talking about.
I know. Well, let's go back in history here, okay? You guys stood by us toxic white males through centuries of our crimes against humanity. You rolled around in the blood money. And occasionally, when you wanted to sneak off and hook up with a black dude, if you got caught, you said it wasn't consensual. Yeah, that's what you did. That's what you did.
Now, you'll notice, yes, he is making fun of white women here, but he comes right out and says, you put up with us toxic white males. Let me play that again for you.
Well, let's go back in history here, okay? You guys stood by us toxic white males through centuries of our crimes against humanity.
When a comedian's coming right out and saying, we men, and you put up with our toxic white male, that's cancel culture. That's DEI. That is wokeism. That is leftyism. This is from the past October. He's coming right out and basically saying that this is a white male toxic culture. He's doing the thing. This is from MSNBC Opinion. Bill Burr's new special is very funny, even if his politics are a confusing mess. They say, and this is how you know that he is no longer representing men in a positive light. When MSNBC, the far left wackadoos over there, are the ones that are saying, oh, he's funny. He's not like the other comedians. He's different. They even say as much. It's tempting to situate a comedian like Bill Burr in the present comedic manosphere. That would be the dank man cave where Joe Rogan, Tony Hinchcliffe, Theo Vaughn, and other trash liberal pieties. They garner immense crowds and even earn success and influence in the process. But they say Bill Burr is different. He's not only older than these boys. Okay, Joe Rogan is a 55-year-old man. Tony Hinchcliffe, I think, is in his 40s. Theo Vaughn's at least in his late 30s. Maybe he's a little younger than that. They're going to call them boys. You're calling Joe Rogan a boy. I think this is a male writer. Let me see. Jacques Berlin-Blau. Please go tell Joe Rogan that he is a boy. And then I want to see him leg kick you just once and watch your femur snap in two. They're giving him kudos ever since he said Bill Burr defends his wife, mocks Trump supporters. Yes, that's right. He decided to get into politics and started making fun of Trump supporters. They continue on. What truly separates Burr from the manosphere bros is he appears to be making an earnest attempt at introspection. As the opening comments in this latest special suggest, Bill Burr is doing the work. Limiting the pain, trying to be a better husband and dad. He's boldly marching into the aforementioned room, a room, I might add, that streams to a few million people. And, of course, Bill Burr slams Elon Musk for giving a shout-out to Hitler. The stand-up comedian who has repeatedly attacked the tech billionaire in recent weeks also has a scathing review of Tesla vehicles. Let me go back to this video here for a second. He talks about the cancel culture.
I just thought that whole era was really fascinating to watch people like just trying to just sort of ruin people.
Yeah.
You mean
Due
people,
process.
right?
Somebody says something happened, and then someone else goes, "Well, I said it happened this way." Like, yeah, that doesn't exist now.
Yeah, exactly. And why doesn't it exist? Because of people like you, Bill Burr. This makes Bill Burr an NPC. Now, say what you want. I hate Elon. I like Elon. I hate Tesla. I like Tesla. It doesn't matter. If you went up there and you saw the speech that Elon was giving, he said, "I appreciate you all very much. I love you very much for all you've done for me." He put his hand on his heart and he said, "And my love goes out to all of you." And then he threw his arm out. That is not a shout out to the Austrian. That makes you an NPC that just slurps up MSNBC News. And that's why Huffington Post and MSNBC and all the left-wing articles are now falling all over themselves to praise and love on Bill Burr. Same thing, Bill Burr escalates, and this is from the Daily Beast. Bill Burr escalates beef with Nazi billionaire Elon Musk. Bill Burr is not done speaking out against Elon Musk, who still can't believe hasn't been canceled after he threw up not one, but 2 Nazi salutes at Donald Trump's inauguration. He said, "It's a common sense comment that we shouldn't have a Nazi in the nation's government," Bill said on the Breakfast Club radio show Friday. Bill was particularly critical of Musk's 2-time Sig Heil on NPR's Fresh Air Monday, which he said he refuses to believe was an accident. Musk has compared his arm movements to the more ambiguous hand waves of other public figures, but has continued to downplay Hitler's role in the Holocaust and make light of Nazism. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. But this is what you get from left-wing politics. Burr also torched Musk over his mistreatment of federal employees. Mistreatment meaning you're not doing anything and you're not justifying your jobs. You're fired because it's our tax dollars that are paying for you to do nothing. But that's mistreatment, I guess. Oh, always the phrasing with these people. He says, "I don't understand why they're," meaning Musk, are so upset with this country. You're billionaires. I think it's working for you," he said Friday. "Why are you going and telling everybody justify what you do? It's like justify what you do. That piece of shit car you're making for the government financed." Okay, number one, the loan Tesla got from the government, they paid back. So it's not government financed. Number two, what does he do? Elon Musk, I believe, employs over 100,000 people between all of his companies. And he pays very well. And he's advanced. And again, I don't care if you like him or not. But the whole point is saying, like, well, what do you do? Well, Mr. Funny Man, all you do is tell jokes. Elon Musk, on the other hand, is trying to save my tax dollars from being wasted. Me personally, I think the guy that's trying to save me money is doing the right thing. Whether you can hate Elon Musk, but at least he's going in there and firing people that aren't doing anything but taking our hard-earned tax dollars that never go towards anything we want them to do, and is saying, "Hey, you know what? You're right. We're gonna try to get this to go towards something else at least." And the other thing too that I noticed is here I just typed Bill Burr's wife. 2 days ago, Bill Burr's wife and kids. 3 days ago, Bill Burr's wife, who's Nia Renee Hill. 4 days ago, understanding the life of comedian Bill Burr. All of a sudden, he and his wife are in the limelight now. Why? Because they're going against conservatives. They're going against Elon Musk. And it's right up their alley. This is what they want. The problem Bill Burr is going to run into is that Bill Burr is not going to be able to be woke enough. So what he's going to do is he's going to piss off all of his traditional fans with the toxic white guy stuff and the making fun of Elon Musk and getting into this political rant. It's going to piss off a lot of people, mostly conservatives and people that support what Trump and Elon Musk is doing. And then the ones that are liking what he's doing right now, which are the left wings, right? People in the left wing, he'll pick up a little bit of momentum with them, and then he'll say something else that pisses them off, and he'll be out with them. right now, the way politics are, you have to go all in on one side. It's very, now you can say, maybe you don't have to go all in on one side being supportive of it, but you can't, you have to be either against it all, or you have to be one side or for another side. You can't be for it all. That doesn't work very well, because then you come across as wishy-washy. See, it's easy for somebody like me, because I can say, I hate government. I hate all government. I hate all big government. I hate government larger than the local post lady that drops off my mail. Anything bigger than that, other than our military that protects our borders, I don't like it. Shrink it down and make it as small as possible. See, if I say that, then I can say, I don't like any big government, and I can be critical of whoever I want, and I can hold to those beliefs. But the problem with Bill is when you come out and you say, oh, first you say men are tired of women. And then you turn around and say, well, actually, it's how do women put up with us toxic white males? And then you say women are bad. Now it's white women are bad. Then you come out and you say, well, cancel culture is bad. But then you're saying, how does Elon Musk still have a job, and how is he still working? And anybody supporting, Donald Trump or anybody like that is an idiot, and you're proud of your wife double flipping off a president. These things just aren't going to work. And whether you like Bill Burr or not, whether you like Elon or Musk or Trump or any of this stuff, the problem that has to hold firm, at least in this day and age, is you have to stand for something. Either stand for nothing, which is fine, stay out of it, or stand for something. But if you're going to stand for something, you better make sure you're on rock solid footing. Because if you don't, and you're kind of wishy-washy and you're changing your mind every 15 minutes, you're going to find you piss off everybody. And right now, Bill Burr has definitely pissed off people that are Trump fans and supporters, and people that are supportive of Elon Musk and what he's done. The problem is that only leaves him the left. And the left is about as supportive as a castle made of wet sand. They'll like you in the very moment, but the next time you open your mouth, you're probably going to say something that's going to get you canceled with them too. And then Bill Burr is going to find out he doesn't have much of a career anymore. And I like Bill Burr, and I like some of the things he's said in the past. But I got to tell you, he's put his foot in it this time. He's completely cucked out over his wife. He passes his jokes through her to find out if he should really say it or not. You've lost the plot. You're not funny anymore when you got to get permission from your wife to make sure that it passes the woke test. Guys, if you like my work, make sure to join us over at, let me see which one we got right there, betterbachelor.locals.com. You can hit the join button below if you're on Rumble. You can join us over at betterbachelor.locals.com, $5 a month, and get all the extra content. We also do other cool things like Absolutely 80s Night, and let's see what else we do. We also do some gaming streams. I do lots of fun things, so make sure to jump over there and check it out today. I'd appreciate it if you did, and we will see you in the next one.